Ah, there you are. Thank you for joining me again. Just looking at the crystal ball there. Tonight I'm doing a reading for you entitled, Will You Be Reunited? Will you be reunited? With a few oracle cards thrown in. No credits, no messing, let's get straight on with it. Which deck shall we choose tonight? That one over there. Right, I'm going to do a pick a card reading. 4 piles of cards for you to choose from, as always. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click the bell icon and you won't miss any of my videos, which I do every 2 days usually. Will you be reunited? 4 stacks of cards. There goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Old, worn out cards these. They've done thousands of readings for people all over the world for many, many years. And they're still going strong and they're filled with magic. There we are, 4 card packs for you to choose from. I'd like you to choose 1, 2, 3 or 4. That's the numbers. 1, 2, 3 or 4. Use your intuition. Relax. Chill out. Meditate if you want. Pick 1, 2, 3 or 4. Phone a friend. Use your intuition. Use your lucky number. And if you pick 1, 2, 3 or 4, you can always pause the video, of course. And I'll put the marks below so you can go straight to the number you chose. Right. I'm so glad you joined me because I've got a good feeling about this reading tonight. Now, this is called a timeless reading, which means that you'll find it when you're meant to. You could find it today or in 5 years' time. And it means Spirit have wanted you to find it now. And that means, number one, that there will be almost certainly a message in here for you somewhere. So listen up and stay with me until the end, because I always tell you the best bit at the end. Right, number 1. Will you be reunited? This tells me that you possibly have somebody you're waiting to contact you. It could be your son, a relative, it could be your lover. And there will be contact, but maybe not until you've done some changes. It appears that you're waiting for something to happen. I'm not sure what it will be, and it won't resonate with all of you, but something's got to happen before you make contact with each other again. It could be that one of you is waiting to be free from another lover maybe, free from another husband or wife. And one of you, possibly the other person that we're looking at, is hesitant about contacting you. But I believe contact will be made within the next 6 to 8 weeks, maybe within days. So the furthest away, I think 6 to 8 weeks. Contact will be made. This person that we're looking at appears to be concerned about you. Does he or she have some reason to worry about you? Are you struggling, number 1, with something, some problem? It looks as though you might be, and if you're not, there may be one popping up soon that you'll need to attend to. You need, number 1, to listen to your inner voices. Like all people, you are a bit psychic. Some people are a bit more psychic than others. But in a couple of weeks' time, number 1, you will enter a pretty good period of psychic activity. It won't be a massive high, but it will be a little bit, you'll be a bit more in tune than you are this week and possibly in the next few days. Then you're approaching a high point when one of your spirit guides will be present. There's dozens of spirit guides, but there'll be a main one. We all have a main one, or maybe 1 or 2. Your main spirit guide, number 1, for most of you, I believe is a lady who is in spirit, who may be with you at this very moment. She may or he may have got you to watch this video, and there will be a message here for you somewhere. You've been highly stressed, number 1, and that is going to change as well. Your stress levels will go down when this person makes contact. Sometimes in readings, when the person makes contact, all things break loose. I won't swear or use naughty words, but it can make things worse, and there can be arguments and quarrels and tension and stress. However, when this person contacts you, number 1, and you get reunited, things will calm down quite dramatically, actually. I think this person will take you into a calmer time. For some of you, number 1, there appears to be an age gap. So it could be your son or your daughter or a relative. But if it's a lover, there may be an age gap between you. I think you'll know what I mean. If there's not an age gap, maybe this person's a bit childish, or you are a bit childish and they seem like an adult to you. But the person is worried about you for some reason, and I believe that this person holds a torch to you. They do like you, and they have done for a long time, maybe longer than you realise. They will bring your stress levels down, number one, and reunited you will be. I'm picking up at least one child, so there could be children involved with this. There could be several children. There's definitely at least one. And the children, unlike some readings where they wind people up, the children or child will bring you both into calmness, which is good. I feel, number one, that you're waiting for something also to happen on his or her side. There's something delaying this reunion. There's something delaying as much contact as you normally would have. But you will be reunited. That's what the reading is called. Will we be reunited? I believe you will be. It doesn't necessarily mean that you should be, but that's another story. If you want a full reading with me, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you can have a reading with me on the phone from anywhere in the world. And if I'm not free, one of my team will look after you, and they work for me, and they're good because I pick them and I won't have anything but the best. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. However, for the moment, your spirit guides are interacting with you. They want you to listen to these messages. They will be with you next week and the week after in quite a strong way. You'll feel a bit spiritual next week and the week after. Maybe the week after that too. When you reunite with this person, your levels of stress will go down, which is good. So the sooner you do this, the better. The thing you've been waiting for to happen, could be you're waiting for a letter or something important. It's on the way. It's happening soon. You may feel as though nothing's happening, but there is. On a separate subject, you may be offered something from this person. They may be asking you to do something for them. It may be they've got a chore they want you to do for them, or a favour they want you to do. Somebody's asking you. I take it it's this connection. If not, it's someone else. But somebody is going to ask you to do something special for them soon. And it'll be your pleasure to do it. You're good at that sort of thing. And you like helping people. That can include job offers as well. So you've got some good stuff here. I think, number one, you've got a spirit guide around you right now, wherever you are. You could be in the car, you could be at work, you could be in the bath. But there's a spirit guide with you now who wants you to hear this. You will be reunited with this person. If it's a lover or a really close friend, I think it's going to go very well. Better than it has previously. With most psychic readings, if you reunite with this person, you need to give it a good go. Don't lose each other again if you can help it. Because you're just damaging things more and they get more difficult to repair then. So when you get reunited, maybe look at some of my other readings on the channel, but when you get reunited, try and make it work and stay in the calm state that I told you will be in. Your stress levels will go down. You'll be sleeping better. You'll feel needed. It could, if it is a relative or your son or a daughter or your mum or dad, you will feel that you're appreciated and needed. But something's preventing this at the moment. I don't know exactly what it is. It could be another woman. If it's a lover, it could be another man. It could be a marriage or a divorce. Something's holding it back for you to be reunited. Once that is sorted out, you will be, number one. What I want to do now is take a look at three oracle cards. Need glasses for these. These were sent to me by a lady. Thank you, darling. You know who you are. She saw that my other set were worn out. So, the first one we got here is a water card, and the message on here is things not turning out how you had hoped, question mark. Try to see the positives in the situation, which is linked to what I've just told you. These have been shuffled, by the way. Things not turning out how you'd hoped, as I said, something delaying it. Try to see the positives in the situation. The positives in this situation is that you will be reunited. That I'm pretty sure of. As I keep repeating, it won't resonate with all of you, number one. If it doesn't resonate, pick another pack or take in what does resonate with you and ignore the rest. Try to see the positives in the situation. Second one, fire card. You're reconnected to source. The light that shines through you leads the way. So there will be a light shining through you, shining for you and through you. The light in your eyes will shine when you're reunited with this person, and that light will lead the way. That's the spirit world, which I mentioned. There's the fire, by the way, lovely picture. The spirit guide that I mentioned, at least one, will lead the way. That's the light. So remember, the light of the world is coming. Spirits are coming. They're helping you. They're looking after you. They love you. Okay? When some people say to me, nobody loves me, Spirit loves you. So remember that. I love you, of course. The third one. What are you feeling isn't fear, it's excitement, so embrace it. This card seems to come out a lot. What you're feeling isn't fear. That may be why you're stressed. It's excitement. Embrace it. So it's time for you to feel excited. Some clouds in a circle. Nice card. It's time for you to feel excited. It's time for you to look forward to this reuniting with each other. Whether it's a lover, a relative, a friend, or a work colleague. Somebody and you who you watch this for, obviously you've got an interest in someone, you will be reunited soon. That I'm confident of. And I hope you found that interesting, number one. So now, please subscribe, as I said. Click that like thing, the thumbs up thing for me, because that does me, the channel good, makes the channel grow a little bit. And share me with your friends. But the main thing, number one, is, not on there, use that. Make some comments below. Ask me questions. If you've got anything to ask me about this reading, please ask me below and I'll answer you. I'll answer all of my questions, always. It's nice to see your comments. Thank you, number one, and we'll move on now to number two. So if you chose number two, this is for you. Will you be reunited? This means you're probably looking for somebody who hasn't been in touch for a while and you want to get back with, together with. So my name's David Charles, international psychic and medium, and this is a pick a card reading, and it's timeless, which means you can find it today or in 10 years' time. You'll find this reading when the spirit guides want you to. So that means, number two, that there will almost certainly be a message in here for you somewhere. So listen to the end when I sum up at the end of this with the oracle cards. At the moment, well, you will be reunited, but it's not without its problems. If it's a relative, could be a mum or dad or someone, or a child or a relative or a cousin, reuniting together is happening, but not for a few weeks, maybe a bit longer. But at the moment, I believe that you're feeling entrapped by a situation, which means that you may not be free to reunite with this person. You may be stuck in something else. You may be stuck in another romance or another marriage, or a marriage, I should say. You're not sleeping well, number two, which means that you're worrying about things, possibly about this situation. I think you're looking in the mirror in the mornings and thinking that there's something missing, and there isn't something missing. Normally, in a psychic reading, if something feels missing, it's love that's missing. And there's not a lot of love in the reading, but that doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that it's not showing through, possibly because you already know about it. So, you feel stuck in a rut. I think there are problems with this reuniting. That's why you haven't been reunited yet. I think the problems are being ignored by you, and you need to deal with them. If there are problems preventing this person and you from being reunited, I think they're on your side, and you may need to sort them out. In other words, if something's wrong with the way you feel or the way you behave, stop ignoring it and change it. If there's something wrong with the way they feel or they behave, then they need to do that. They need to stop ignoring it and change it. Changes are needing to be made in order for you two to reunite. Financially, you're looking better. I know this reading is not about that. This is called Will You Be Reunited? But finances do come into this because couples, if you are a loving couple, can't live on fresh air. They do in the novels, in romantic movies, but in real life, finances are important. And I think when the two of you reunite, maybe because of a joining of finances, but your finances will improve. I think you're worrying unnecessarily, number 2. I think you're a worrier. As I keep saying, this won't resonate with all of you. Take in what resonates for you and ignore the rest, or have a different reading with I've got dozens of readings on my channel, or choose a different number stack. But I think you're stuck in a rut. I think you feel stuck in a rut, and I think it's of your own making because you're being indecisive. I think there may be interference from an older person. Could be your mother-in-law, could be his mother-in-law or her mother-in-law. It could be your mum, it could be somebody at work. It's an older person who may be, as you see it, interfering, but they may be actually trying to help. I think things are turning out better for you soon. One thing about this reading, number 2, is that something you wanted for many years, maybe when you're a little kid, a child, a little girl or boy, is going to be given to you soon. No, it's not a Lamborghini or a lottery win, I don't think. So normally when the spirit world are offering you something that you always wanted, it usually means peace, love and contentment. That's what's predicted here, so I'm glad you stay with me. And I don't think, see, normally when the spirit world offer good fortune, you have to spot it, otherwise you miss it. You have to take a chance. But this time, I think something will be given to you, whatever you do. Something good is coming. I don't know exactly what it is because there's a lot of you out there. Of course, it's a general reading. But for a lot of you, number 2, you're going to get something you've always wanted. What have you always wanted that you've never had? Is it love? Is it a child? Is it a marriage? Is it a divorce? Something you've always wanted is coming to you soon. Joking apart. So stop worrying. That's the main thing. You're not sleeping well. You're not eating properly either, a lot of you. I think some of you are drinking alcohol too much. 1 or 2 of you, number 2, are smoking. And some of you are doing worse than that. Maybe the odd little bit of naughty stuff going on. And it's more than you should be doing. You know, if you're taking cannabis and that, be careful. But look after yourself, that's the message. Stop feeling trapped because you're not. If this busybody person who's trying to help is annoying you, then get rid of her or him. Not in a nasty way, but include them out of your romance and your business. And watch out, because the 2 of you will be reunited, I believe, within weeks. But one of you or both of you have got to change your attitude. There's something that's needling one of you that the other does and the other one doesn't like it. It could be you doing something they don't like, or they're doing something you don't like, and it's got to stop. You've got to make changes. Number 2. Let's take a look at some oracle cards. These have been shuffled, so I don't know what's coming up, and see if they back up with what I've just said, because these are written and I need these to read them. Keep an open mind and heart. A blessing in disguise will arrive any day. Well, there you are. That goes with this card, which I mentioned, which is often associated with something being given to you from the spirit world. Keep an open mind and an open heart. A blessing in disguise will arrive any day. It could be this reading. This may be your blessing in disguise, so I'm glad you stay with me. Let's take a look at the second one. We do 3 of these. Give yourself permission to heal and it will come. This card comes out an awful lot. I don't know why. They're shuffled over and over again. Give yourself permission to heal. This is linked to your not sleeping. I think it's linked to your not eating properly and maybe doing things you shouldn't be doing, like smoking or drinking. You need permission to heal. In other words, the spirit is saying you don't need bad habits. You don't need to worry unnecessarily. No one's saying you're worrying unnecessarily, but if you are worrying for nothing, then don't do it. And give yourself permission to heal. Give yourself permission to like yourself. When you look in the mirror, see somebody you like, somebody you love. If you don't love yourself, no one else can love you, can they? The third oracle card, let's have a look, it's a fire one. There's news. There's news of an exciting new endeavour. Use your ingenuity. I don't believe these cards keep coming up over and over again. There's news of an exciting new endeavour. Use your ingenuity. That means you're quite clever. As I said earlier, there are things here that you're blocking with indecisiveness, and you're refusing to see things clearly. You're actually looking at things and turning a blind eye, and that's not good, number two. You need to see what's going on. There will be a reunited of the two of you, but I think you both, or one of you at least, has to change some of your behaviour. Now, I'm not accusing you of being badly behaved, but you're doing something that they don't like, or they are doing something you don't like, or both. And that's what's keeping you from being together. You will be together again. That I know, number three, for 99% of you. So please subscribe to my channel. I hope you enjoyed that, number two. And click that like thing for me, the thumbs up thing, because that helps the channel. It's a fairly new channel. And I hope you'll make some comments below. If you want to ask me about that reading, go below and make some comments for me. And please ask questions and I'll answer them. I always answer all of my questions. If you want a proper reading with me on the phone from anywhere in the world, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com. And if I'm not free to help you, one of my team that work for me will help you, and they're brilliant, and they have to be good because I pick them and I won't have anything but the best. So davidcharlespsychic.com. Thank you so much, number two, and I hope to see you in a minute, and we're going to get ready now to move on to number three. So, if you chose number three, this one's for you. Will you be reunited? Will you be reunited with a lover? Is it your son, your daughter, a friend, a work colleague, somebody that you may be interested in finding out? And this is a timeless reading, number three, which means you'll find it when you're meant to. You could find it today or in 10 years' time or next week. You'll find this reading when Spirit wants you to find it, which means you've chosen this pack now, and it's now. So there will be a message in here for you somewhere, number three. So please listen to the end. And it's got a good ending, this one, I'll tell you now. So it's very exciting. There's some dodgy stuff going on, number three, but something tells me you may not be reunited yet. You may need well, we'll go and see. There's an older man here. Could that be the person you're hoping to be reunited with, like a father figure? If not, then I think he's linked to the reading in some other way. You may be getting advice from like a father figure. Not your father necessarily. It could be an old uncle or somebody at work. But this reading isn't straightforward to start with. It gets better at the end. This reading is shrouded in secrecy, number three. That means somebody, possibly the person you're hoping to be reunited with, is being a bit secretive. Sorry, I thought the mic had gone there. There's secrecy in the reading. Are they telling you everything, or are they leaving things out? Not necessarily in a bad way, but they may be leaving things out so that they don't hurt your feelings. However, they could also be secretive because of underlying currents of naughtiness, because this reading also indicates trickery and deceit. Now, are you being tricky and deceitful? I don't think so, number three. So is the person we're looking at being tricky and deceitful, or is it their wife or their husband or someone else? Somebody around you is a cheat, number three. I've got to say it can be you, and you'll know if it is. I don't think it is. But somebody in this close circle that we're looking at, number three, is a cheat. Somebody, if it's a man, is a bit of a Jack the Lad, as they say in this country, in England. A lovable rogue that may not be very lovable, just a rogue. There's secrecy in the reading, there's cheating in the reading, and there are tears in the reading. And the tears in the reading, number three, are possibly tears of regret. You may be looking back, wishing you could change things, and of course you can't. I think you're learning from this. The word learning comes through a lot. From the spirit world, you may be learning a karmic lesson here. There are no I've got to point out this won't apply to all of you, number 3, but there are no real signs that I'm getting from Spirit that you will be reunited. There are no real signs that you should be either. Now you can change that. That's the beauty of having readings. You can avoid the negatives. If I said to you, you're going to lose your handbag in the supermarket, you make sure you didn't. Or in America, your purse, you make sure you didn't. If this reading says you won't be reunited, you can work to make sure that I'm wrong. But the way it looks now, if you hadn't had this reading, I don't think that you will be reunited or would be reunited with the person of interest that you're obviously watching this for. So I think you're hoping to be reunited. Some of you may be hoping that you're not. It's not always the case that you want to be, but you may be getting advice from an older father figure or an old mother figure. If you do, listen to it. But this older person could be the one you want to be reunited with. It could be a long lost parent or someone you haven't seen for a long time. Maybe someone you fell out with, you want to reunite with. But there are secrets in the air, number 3. There's secrecy around, there's dodginess, trickery and deceit. Now the secrecy may be from one person that doesn't want to hurt your feelings, and the deceit and trickery could be from another person, or they could both be from the same person, or as I said, it could be you, but I don't think it is. If you're having some tears, I think they're tears of regret. They may not be real, they may be symbolic. You may be crying over spilt milk. And again, I've got to repeat that the tears could be from the other person that you want to be reunited with. There's sadness in the reading for some reason, and I don't like to do readings like this, but I've got to tell you the truth. Anyway, it ends up on a high. I think you're learning new things. You may be learning new skills, taking up new hobbies. You may meet a new lover when you're doing that. That's pretty likely, 60 or 70% chance of that, if you want one, especially if you're a girl, because I think there's a man ahead of you. But it could work the other way if you're a chap as well. If you're a man, there could be a lover coming your way that is bright, charismatic, clever, gifted, talented. When this person walks in a room, you know he or she is there. They've got that thing about them. So the reading does have a happy ending. Whether you're reunited with the one you want to be or not, you will be with someone exciting, possibly challenging because they'll be so clever. And if you're a girl and you're used to running rings around men, you won't do it with this one because he's pretty smart. If you're a girl, you may be a chap, as I said. But someone's coming your way soon that is charismatic. They've got something about them that you don't see with many people. People want them at parties. They want them there. They want to be with them. They like them around. They're popular. And you are going to meet this person, and there could be a romance or a friendship. So even if you don't get reunited, number 3, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. I think there's some great stuff coming. And you need to believe that, because at the moment, it looks a bit sad for some of you. Not all of you. Some of you are quite okay, and you'll say, that's not me then. As I said, take in what resonates and ignore the rest, or have a different one of my readings on my channel. There's dozens of them. Or pick a different card stack. But for some of you, number 3, I've got to go through this again. There's an older person who may be advising you. If they do, listen to it. There may be an older person who you want to be reunited with, and there could be tears about that. There is secrecy in this reading. There are secrets in the air, number 3. There is deceit around you soon. Maybe not yet, but soon. Don't trust everybody. If someone knocks your door, flogging, double glazing, don't buy it. Watch out if you're buying second-hand cars. There's cheats around you, or at least one cheat. You may know who that is, or it may be someone you really trust, because everyone likes this person. They're very popular, but underneath they're selfish, and they could steal from you, and they could steal your heart. So watch it. Don't get crying over spilt milk. Keep your chin up, number 3. Things are going to change. That's definitely improving. And at the end of all this, if you don't get reunited with the one you want, someone new is coming. That is almost a certainty. Unless you stay in and lock all the doors, you will meet someone and you'll meet them through natural means. That means, number 3, it will not be on a dating site. It will not be on Facebook or anything like that. You'll meet this person through natural means because the spirit world are planning it. So if you meet someone on a dating site, you're going to go the wrong way. You won't meet the one you're meant to meet. So don't do that, please. Wait. You may meet this person in a village shop. You may meet them at work or when you're just walking around, walking the dog. You will meet someone new, someone with charisma, someone that's exciting, someone that will make you smile, make you laugh, make you happy. Happiness is at the end of this, number 3. So keep your chin up. And please subscribe to my channel. And let's take a look now at some oracle cards. See if they back up what I've just said. And these have been shuffled. We're doing 3 for each reading. The first one says, I've got to read these because they're a gift from somebody. A lady sent them to me. You're embarking on a road that brings you joy and abundance. There you are. So I didn't know that was there. That matches exactly what I've said. That means it's sad. It may be sad at the moment. You are embarking on a road that brings you the joy and abundance. So joy is coming and abundance is coming. So it looks really good, number 3, after a few difficult steps that you have to take. Let's try the other one, next one. Courage and creativity is rewarded with abundant resources. So almost the same. Little tree there, look. If you've ever seen the film Race with the Devil, that's like the tree in that film. James Fonda, was it? Henry Fonda's son. What was his name? Peter Fonda. Yeah, change and creativity is rewarded with abundant resources. Again, very positive. The oracle cards are agreeing with what I've told you. Let's try the last one. It's like a dark desert highway. Do you know the song? It's not a desert though, it's a cornfield. Help is coming. You just need to ask for it. There you are. You may need to ask. The older chap I mentioned, the older person that wants to help you, you may need to ask for it. So these 3 oracle cards are backing up all that I've just told you. So I'll repeat, it won't apply to all of you, number 3. If you want a proper reading on the phone with me, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and I'll gladly read for you on the phone from anywhere in the world. If I'm not free, one of my team that work for me will help you, and they're brilliant because I choose them, and I won't have anything but the best. Please do the thumbs up thing for me, click like, subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell icon. And the main thing I like to do is make some comments below. Ask me questions. I will answer them. As soon as I see them, I answer all of my questions. Make some comments. Tell me if it worked for you, if it resonated with you. Tell me if it didn't. And tell your friends, but mainly comment and subscribe. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that, number 3. And now we will move on to number 4. So if you chose number 4, this is for you. Put them over there. Will you be reunited? Are you sure you want to know? This is a timeless reading, number 4, which means that you'll find it when you're meant to. When the Spirit wants you to find it, you will find it. And now you have found it. You have chosen your pack. So number 4, there will be a message in here for you somewhere. So stay with me till the end, because I always tell you the best bit at the end. Will you be reunited? Pick a card reading. Will you be reunited? I believe you will be reunited. Could be a lover. Could be a relative. Could be one of your kids that hadn't been in touch for a while. Could be your dad or your mum. But a lot of you, it will be a lover. And there will be not just a reuniting, number 4, but I think there'll be a rebirth. I think that you shouldn't be apart anyway. Because for some of you, not all of you, only some of you, I'm looking at a soulmate here, and that doesn't come up very often. Lovers come up a lot. Soulmates are something else. Your soulmate can be your sister or your brother, but this lover, if that's what I'm looking at, number 4, I believe is your soulmate, and you should not be apart, and shouldn't have been apart to start with. So something's caused that, probably some niggling little argument that you can't even remember what started it. But of course it won't all be lovers. Some of you may be looking at relatives, as I said, or friends that you haven't seen for years. There's at least one child again in this, so you may have children involved. There could be several. There may be, number 4, a child in spirit, or a pregnancy of a child that hasn't arrived yet on our level, on our plane. But for some of you, there may have been a miscarriage or a termination at some point in the past, either you or your girl. I'm picking up a child that may be in spirit. So one of your spirit guides may be, and I've got to repeat, it won't apply to all of you, number 4, but 1 or 2 of you have a child in spirit. And some of you won't even know. You can conceive one starry night and lose the baby the next morning and never know that you were pregnant for a few hours. I think, number 4, that you've got everything going for you. This is a very positive reading. I think when you were together with this person, if you were together, well, you were, of course, I think you were juggling with money, some of you. I think that was a problem for you, some of you. I think you may still be doing that when you get back together, but I think you'll be traveling. I think some of you are working in the travel industry, which is in trouble at the moment, because when this is being recorded now, we're in the middle of the COVID-19 problem. But I think some of you work in the travel industry. I think some of you, if not working in it, will be traveling at least once, maybe twice in the coming months. I believe that you'll be reunited and you'll be reborn. You're starting all over again, like when you first met and you first kissed and you first looked into each other's eyes and you held on to each other. That's if you're lovers, of course. If you're brothers and sisters, it's different. I think some of you, number 4, are moving house. So you may be moving in with this person. This person may be moving in with you. The house move or location move in this reading is very, very positive and looks like it will bring great happiness. It's the best of the 4 readings, to be honest. Some of you, number 4, have some psychic ability. I think most of you, number 4, have beauty, inside and out. I think some of you are very elegant. I think the ladies amongst you are quite calm. Not always the case with ladies, is it? But I think some of you, number 4, are calm, relaxed, serene is the word. When you walk into a room, you don't get screwed up and tense, you stay calm. And that can have a calming effect upon people that come into contact with you. I think everything's going for you. You can have anything you want, number 4. It's really that good. Anything to do with children is good. If you're pregnant, number 4, it's fantastic. It's fantastic news. Congratulations. If you're trying to be pregnant, I think you will be soon. If you're a chap, of course, a man, it could be your partner, and the same applies. If she's trying to be pregnant, I think good news is really coming soon. If you want a full-length reading on the telephone with me, number 4, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com. And if I'm not free there, one of my team will help you, and they're very good because I pick them and I only have the best, so they're the elite. That's davidcharlespsychic.com. At the moment, number 4, this is probably the best reading I've seen for a few days. You've got everything at your feet. Everything is coming, as long as you stay on course as you are now. New beginnings, rebirth are signified or shown. Movement of house or movement of job, it may be. Movement of location. I think you've got peace, tranquility and love coming soon. I think this person, if it's a lover, is your soulmate and you shouldn't be apart. You shouldn't be apart for hours, let alone days or weeks. Let's take a look now at 3 of these oracle cards. And I don't know what they are, they've been shuffled. And see if they back up what I've just told you. The first one, an air card. And I've got to use glasses for this, sorry, the eyes are going now. The divine is guiding you in your dreams. Are you listening? Are you having dreams? Number 4. If you're having dreams according to the oracle card, then they're psychic dreams. And the divine is guiding you. That means that you're getting spirit messages through your dreams, which is quite the case quite often. If these dreams, number 4, are repetitive, it means that the spirits are repeating them because you're not getting it and they keep repeating it until you do. So watch out for repetitive dreams, number 4. I always say 7 or 8 out of 10 dreams are psychological. 2 or 3 out of 10 are psychic and they are meaningful. Psychological dreams are meaningful as well. They're both meaningful, but if your dreams are repeating, then take notice, write them down, and the meaning may come to you a few days later. You may be washing the dishes or travelling to work, and the meaning will pop into your head like that, and you'll suddenly think that's what it means. So the spirits are coming through in the dreams, which is good, number 4. Let's take a look at the next one. Distract yourself with a creative pursuit, and the inspiration you seek, and you will find it. So that means, I think the oracle is saying, pursue with your hobbies, something creative, or take up a new hobby, which is, again, it's good because I said new things are being born. There we go with that. The major arcana card, the sun, means growth, new beginnings, excitement, excitement and children and all that sort of thing. Distract yourself with a creative pursuit. Distract yourself, it means take your mind off it. I think, of course, it may be worrying too much. And the inspiration you seek, you will find. It will find you, in fact. If you're looking for inspiration, take up a new hobby or do something to take your mind off your worries. And the last one, number 4, a lot of birds flying there. Forever autumn. Someone from your past has the solution you need. There you are. This is all about reuniting. Think about who it could be. Someone from your past as a solution to you need. All of those 3 oracle cards match what I've told you. Someone from the past is going to come back, and there may be someone else from much further back as well, I believe. But you will be reunited with this person. I believe if it's a lover, that very rarely, I say this, I think you're soulmates. And you shouldn't be apart at all. You're like one person. You are him and he is you, or she is you, or whatever, whichever sex you are. You may be the same sex. I think you've got some good stuff, number 4. That's the best reading of the 4 today, and thank you for watching that. Please subscribe if you haven't. Click the thumbs up for me, the like button. Share me with your friends. Click the bell icon and you won't miss any readings from me. And the main thing is, please comment below, because I want you to tell me what happens, because I'm nosy. I'm interested to see if I was right, if the reading resonated with you. Put comments below and I'll answer them. I answer them all. If you've got any questions for me, put them below. And if you want a reading with me, go to my website, davidcharlespsychic.com, and you can find me at the top of the homepage, and you can book a reading with me there. And if I'm not free, one of the team that work for me will look after you, and they're really good because I pick them and I only have the best. So thank you very much for watching that, especially if you've been watching alone. It does mean a lot to me that you're watching this and that you're subscribing, I hope. And I'm going to say goodbye now. I'll do another reading the day after tomorrow. I'll do one every 2 days usually. And if you click the bell icon, you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you very much for watching. And remember my motto, number 4, and all of you, think lucky and you'll be lucky. Think love and you will be loved. And I love every one of you. Take care. Catch you later. Bye-bye.